Pretty nice outside. It's real sunny. It's kind of bright, ain't it? Some of you guys, y'all be doing the most. I swear. Why do I say y'all be doing the most? Because look at you over here trying to figure out if you should buy the ND filters for the Mission 1 camera or not. Look at you. Over there trying to spend that money, right? So I'm going to show you if you should spend it or not. Why did I get the ND filters? Because I can. I didn't necessarily need them, nor do I necessarily need them, but there are such scenarios where it would be beneficial to have ND filters. So with this bright sunny day, I'm going to show you guys how they look. That's pretty much it. What I like about the Mission 1 camera, and this is the Mission 1, the Mission 1 Pro, is it will tell you, it'll blueprint the settings for you. As soon as you put the ND filters in, you see I'm squinting right now looking like an Asian homie. That's that bright sunlight. So right now, and another good thing about the Mission 1 Pro is it actually shows you the cloud textures. Like how it looks right now in the video is exactly how it looks in person. There's no extra fluff or adjustments that the camera's making to compensate. This camera shows you exactly how the sky looks. So we're gonna go on ahead and put some ND filters on this bad boy, and we're just gonna do the factory settings. And then after I show you how they look from the ND8 to the ND64, I'm gonna show you how the settings look in the camera. So without further ado, I know someone's gonna ask me, will it adjust mid, like while you're recording? I'll let you know in a second. But you see that little blue dot on that ND8 filter? That blue dot is something you want to line up with the blue dot when you're about to screw the lens on. All right, you got the ND8. By the way, the settings on this thing is set for face recognition and natural color. So ND8, ND16, ND32, ND64. And then nothing. And we got the ND64. You guys want to use these ND filters, think of them as sunglasses like I was mentioning earlier. These are basically sunglasses for your Mission 1 Pro. Your Mission 1 Pro will maintain its waterproofness with these filters on, just in case you're wondering. It'll still be able to dive up to the maximum depth that the camera was made to dive at. You use them based off of brightness, right? So technically, a ND256, which is something that you'd film if you want to get a real cinematic video in like extreme whiteout conditions. You're out skiing and it's just, everything is just white and bright. The entire environment is bright, and then the sun is out with absolutely no cloud cover. A ND256 will give you that darkness and allow you to adjust your shutter speed so that you can get the natural motion blur. So if you were skiing or doing something that has some sort of a speed to it, it'll look really, really good. The ND128 is something similar conditions. Let's say salt flats. You were out in the salt flats and you were recording. Maybe you're driving your vehicle across the salt flats and you have a Mission 1 in a chase vehicle and it's just recording you. Getting that natural motion blur with that such bright condition, sun outside, almost little to no cloud cover, that's when an ND128 comes in handy. Typically you don't see ND filters that high. Those are really what they call like kind of specialized ND filters. Those are like extreme conditions with a very specific look that you're trying to go for, that most users like myself aren't really going for. I mean, I barely even use ND filters to begin with, so there's that. But we got the 64. The ND64 is perfect for this kind of condition, okay? It's really bright outside. We got the sun out. It's a little bit of cloud cover, but check out the texture of the clouds. And if you need to go back and rewind and look at all the filters as I went through them, look at the clouds in the background and how they look. You can see the slight differences in them. I wouldn't be surprised if the GoPro, again, it tells you which ND filter is on the camera. I'm guessing it knows by how dark the cover is over the lens itself. While using the ND filters, you will see something on the screen like these little arrows. If the arrow goes down, that means you don't need an ND filter. It's too dark. Take the ND filter off. If it was an arrow going up, that means you should try the next ND filter up, which in this scenario would be the ND16. If you put the ND16 on and it's still giving you an up arrow, you must be in some pretty bright conditions, and you might want to try the 32. Do you necessarily need this? Guys, if you're constantly chasing a cinematic look and you operate your camera in really bright environments while recording, definitely get the kit. Just get the whole kit. Don't bother just getting the ND8 or just the 16 by itself, which I don't even know if they sell them like that by themselves. But if they do, don't. Just get the whole kit. You know what I mean? I was hoping they'd have CPL filters or just a polarized filter, even just that much, you know. But we do not have that here. So I just wanted you guys to kind of see. I wanted to scroll through the different ND filters so you guys can see the differences, if any. I know technically I should have the camera and should be doing something, some sort of a get on a Segway, for example, and ride and show you guys the grass as I'm going, you know, like pan across the grass as I'm riding the Segway. But we're not doing that in this video. It is hot out here, and I really wanted to show you guys what comes in the ND filter kit. As you can see, the box is bigger than the microphone's box, which is not saying much because the microphone kit for this GoPro is really small. Probably a little bit bigger than the GoPro itself, but you have to make space for these ND filters if you want them that bad. There's no lanyard. I mean, if you guys want to see the case again, they didn't make a lanyard hole for it or anything. It's just the box. That's it. It does take a little bit of effort to open, so it's not going to just pop open easily, but if you are holding it and it slip out of your hand and fall, oh yeah, it's coming open, chances are. So just kind of keep it protected. Nice silicone feel. It feels good, really, really good. GoPro, you know, GoPro usually makes high quality stuff as far as accessories go. So anyways, Jonasegway, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions on this, I will almost always have this thing with me, as far and as well as everything else, from the microphone from GoPro to I have the gimbal. I'm waiting for the media mod to be released so I can go on ahead and get that. That's what I'm really looking forward to. That was what I was looking forward to after the microphone kit. So I didn't even know the ND filters was coming out. That was a bonus. So, but anyways, Jonasegway, thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description below. I got some channels over there. I got G's Moto. I got Jonasegway Tutorials, where I'm going to make videos on how to use certain things. Like if you guys wanted a detailed video on how to work the menu system in the GoPro while messing around with these filters, stuff like that, okay? How to add music to your videos. Yeah, there's a whole kinds of stuff. And if you have any suggestions, get over there and get on any of the videos on that channel and ask away. So anyways, Jonasegway, I'm gonna go put this together and put the AC on so I can chill, and I'll see y'all in the next video, all right? Peace.